everyone. My name is Karen. Thanks for coming to my YouTube channel. My husband has been on me for about 2 years trying to get a channel made, and I've just been dragging my feet, but I decided to go ahead and jump in and go ahead and start it. He's got his own channel, but I enjoy baking and cooking new recipes, and he just thought it would be really cool for me to video that along the way, so we have that for our 3 boys to be able to see in the future. I hope that you enjoy some of the recipes, some of the desserts that I make along the way, and we'll just have, I'm sure you'll see my boys jumping in and out of the videos. They love being a part of being in the kitchen with me, and so I'll just go ahead and just jump into my first video. Really wasn't planning on doing homemade taco seasoning, but I went to go make tacos and I was almost out, so homemade taco seasoning is going to be my first one. You'll see behind me, this is my tower of seasonings that I use to create my homemade taco seasoning. I do have 2 different recipes for it, or 2 different quantities, I should say. A 5-ounce recipe and then a 20-ounce recipe, which fits in one of these right here. We go through it quite a bit, and I'll be posting those in the description along with the video. So I'll just go ahead and just jump right in. Hope you enjoy. All right, so here are my seasonings that I use to make my homemade taco seasoning. And I will go ahead and get those measured out and get them all mixed up. So to make the 20-ounce amount, you'll need a 1 cup measurement, 1/2 cup, 1/4 cup, tablespoon, and teaspoon. All right, so first one up is going to be your chili powder, and that'll be 1 1/2 cups. I don't worry about making it exactly level. I just get it very close. I mean, everything is pretty much also to taste. Next ingredient is going to be your garlic powder. I add a 1/4 cup plus 1 tablespoon and 1 teaspoon. Measured. Next is your paprika. You'll add a 1/2 cup. Oh, and that one went a little heavy. Next is 3/4 cup cumin. See if I can't make sure that that doesn't do the same as my paprika. There we go. Safe. Next up is going to be the onion powder. I do 1 tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon. I hate when onion powder gets a little clumpy. I go a little bit less on my onion powder because I like to combine the onion powder and the onion flakes. So next would be the onion flakes, and I do a 1/4 cup plus 4 tablespoons. I'm sorry, 4 teaspoons. So we'll do a 1/4 cup of these plus 4 teaspoons. I don't know, some of the ingredient measurements are a little weird, but I made my recipe to 5 ounces and then I just times that by 4. So some of the measurements came out a little different. So as I was going through my ingredient list, I realized I was missing one on my tower of ingredients. I was missing the red pepper flakes, so we'll add 4 teaspoons of red pepper flakes. You can do this to taste. If you want to make sure you don't have any type of spice to it, then you can either lessen the amount or just leave these out altogether. It's completely up to you. Next, I do add a little bit of cayenne pepper. I do not add much. Not too big of a fan of spicy foods, but I do like a little bit of a heat. So I add anywhere between 3/4 to 1 teaspoon for this whole entire bowl. That's my teaspoon, and I don't even fill it up to the rim. And I just put a little bit in there. Next up would be the oregano. I add a 1/2 cup. Next is going to be coriander. I add 4 teaspoons of coriander. Next, I add my salt and pepper, and I do 2 tablespoons each of salt and pepper. I just so happen to have the pink Himalayan this time, but you can just use whatever salt you have. Luckily with salt and pepper, you can always, if you feel like that's too much for you, then you can always adjust it and add it to the actual taco sauce or tacos whenever you make it. My last ingredient is cornstarch. I use it as a thickener to thicken everything up. I really like the way it brings together my taco meat. And it helps to soak up some of the grease, helps to soak up some of the juice, and just I feel like it really makes the tacos a little bit better. You can definitely leave this out if you don't want to add it. Unfortunately, I went to grab it and I am completely out. So I'll be going to the store tomorrow to make sure that I'm able to add it to my taco seasoning. But this is what my taco bowl looks like. Once you have everything, here's my bowl. Like I said, I'll be adding the cornstarch later, but you'll just want to give all this a really good mix. I usually will mix it around a little bit. Try to get all the clumps out if you do have any seasonings that have clumps. It looks like the cumin was a little clumpy, but it's just falling apart whenever the spoon hits it. All right, so here's what it looks like. I got it all mixed together, and what I'll do is I will grab a canning funnel, and it'll fit right there on top of my container, so that way I can get it poured in there. All right, and then just slowly pour all this into your container. There we go, homemade taco seasoning. Fits perfectly into a 20-ounce container. Let me drop a comment and let me know if you decide to make it for yourself, and tell me what you think. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to making the next video for y'all. Thanks, bye.